Good evening, everybody. What's going on tonight? What's up, Arcane, Satellite, Ms. Roy? Hi, everybody. Happy Thursday. Hope you're doing well. Happy dawn of the final day, I guess, of my current employment. This time tomorrow night, I will be free and clear, which I have very mixed feelings about, of course, but I am looking forward to being able to fucking sleep again. So, I'm just gonna look on the bright side of this one. Good evening, Eva. Good to see you. Just terrible playing. I only have 15 minutes. I need to preemptively trash you. Oh, thank you for that. I appreciate the consideration. I heard a comedian describe herself as so full of rage that if you were to scratch her, bees would come out of her skin. Might be out again soon yourself. Yeah. It's the way things are these days, unfortunately. So, we'll see. Dawn of the final page. So actually, one really nice thing about this though, they're gonna keep paying tomorrow's my last day. And it's the last day that all the Amazon Freshes and Amazon Go's are open. Some folks are scheduled for Saturday. I'm not, but they're gonna bring in some folks to do some final like breakdowns and pack-ups and stuff of the stores on Saturday, and that'll be that. After that, Amazon's gonna continue to pay us all through the end of April, which is pretty cool, honestly. So I'm actually going to continue to be an Amazon employee through April 28th. I just don't have to work. And then after that, I get severance. So I'm actually in pretty good shape right now. That's certainly better off if I find another job, you know, immediately, or as close to immediately as possible, but it takes a little bit of that edge off, at least. Be darned for the Bravely Default Shadow dropped on Steam. I saw that today, yeah, so that's the first one. How many Bravely Defaults are there anyway? I'm not familiar with the series. I haven't played any of them. Also, good evening, PM Collector Boy, and Justin Brett, and Naren, and Lodger High. Hi, everybody. Hope you're all doing well. Current employer might just be in a circumstance where he can't really give me even decent part-time hours. Not really a guy who can help him out of the circumstance. Yeah. There's two. Bravely Default 1, Bravely 2nd. that keeps it wait, what? Hold on. I thought this was going to be simple for once. Can't JRPG series just have a simple progression from 1 to 2? Why? Bravely Hearts 33 and a third. Actually impressed Amazon is taking care of their people. I know, I keep waiting for some other shoe to drop or something, but I've been assured this is how it's gonna work, so. Bravely Default 2, the third Bravely Default. I was gonna joke as Bravely Defaulter, but they managed to make it worse. Final Fantasy X to X2 is a very simple progression. True enough. True enough. Sub-progression. Can't call it Bravely Third, it has nothing to do with the first two. Can I ask a potentially dangerous question? I'm not trying to conjure any sort of cognito hazards here, but I can't help my curiosity. Can one of y'all explain, assuming it's a spoiler-free explanation, why it's called Bravely Default? Because on the face of it, that name makes no sense at all. They default bravely. Not really the answer I was looking for. Gonna be honest. Not particularly satisfied with that answer. There's a secret to the letters in the title. outrageously the norm. That's because the core mechanic of battles is either braving, using points to do extra moves or power them up, or defaulting, which is you defending to gain more points. Okay. Okay. That's a pretty decent explanation. I will accept that. They take up too much debt, but they do it with gusto. I like that answer too. Okay. Okay. Well, that's cool. I mean, again, it doesn't mean anything on the face of it, but I can appreciate a title that actually has some relevance once you get into the game. And it is, if nothing else, a title that commands attention. It certainly gets your attention. There's an explanation. I don't think it's especially spoilery. I cannot phrase it coherently from memory. Now weighing on the PC port of Radiant Historia. More meaningful title than Infinite Undiscovery. Somehow Bravely Run Away kind of hits it. That's it. Don't worry. That's the only Jancast JRPG name I'm gonna ask about tonight, chat. I think Embers of Mana kind of speaks for itself, especially if you have even a passing knowledge of the Mana series. And we all know why they called it Final Fantasy Adventure in America. Because if you slap Final Fantasy on something, it was guaranteed to sell an extra million or so copies. But I'm getting ahead of myself here, a little bit at least. So yeah, today was my penultimate day of work, and they are kind of struggling to find stuff for us to do at this point. I moved all of the tables out of produce, so I kind of had like a big. It's cool. It kind of looked like a big arena. Everything in our store is just like pushed up to the front. They roped off all the aisles and everything. It's just the little area around the cashiers now. And like all we're selling is like stovetop stuffing and like packages of fried onions and a few salad dressings that people don't want and stuff. This is just called Your Mom's a Tree? Because spoilers! God damn your eyes. Watch another episode of Thunderbirds today. It was the tone I've come to expect now. All the mechanical stuff was created by a serious engineer. The plot that services the mechanical stuff was written by someone single digits of age. I love the way you describe these things, Justin Brett. Really, it's really a ray of sunshine around here. There's a rock concert like the infamous Denny's from What the Fuck Up Denny's YouTube. Tempting. Totally tempting. I could fuck up a package of stovetop stuffing right now. Look, I'm not gonna lie to you. Back when I was in college, I would make extremely conventional packages of stovetop stuffing and just eat them. Just eat it as a meal. It's a food. What? Yeah, it's a food. How do you not know what this, dude? Really? Fuck you, AI. It's just a package of like dried bread bits and seasoning. It's shelf stable for like decades. You add, if I remember correctly, you add water and butter to it, and it just makes stuffing. And I gotta level with you, like I grew up with it. It is perfectly inoffensive. It's probably the most baseline stuffing imaginable, and I really enjoy it. I like it. Don't think you've had that in your life? It's an American institution, but like, you know, in the same way bologna is. I don't necessarily recommend everyone run out and try bologna or anything, but I like it. And I mean, right now you can pick them up for like 50 cents a box at your local Amazon Fresh, so good time to give it a try, I suppose. Good evening, Ball of Work. Good to see you. Chicken or turkey stuffing except able to be done in a pot instead of roasted inside the bird. Yeah. Yeah, if you want to be lazy, if you don't want to make your own breadcrumbs and seasoning mix or stuff it inside the carcass of an animal to cook in its juices, you throw this in a pot with water and butter and it comes out good. Good evening, Dave. Good to see you. I would argue it's actually dressing, not stuffing, because it's not stuffed into anything by default. I'm not going to argue this point with you, because it's semantics. The box does say stuffing mix on it, so who am I? Who am I to argue with the originators? Oh, I hadn't heard of it. Over here we have food. Look, I'm American. I've got nothing to say in response to that. That canned cranberry sauce, which comes out the same shape as a can. Oh yes, once again, American institutions. Yeah. Good evening, Shadows. Good to see you. And yes, Bravely Default did just suddenly materialize on Steam. We were talking about that a minute ago. Oh, what's this? What are we doing? What are we doing? Oh, pretty. I think we've actually might have done this one before. Hey, pro tip. When you do these links, go ahead and knock the auto WebP off the end of it so that I can actually save it. WebPs are so obnoxious. I mean, it doesn't matter. I can do it myself, but yeah, which I did. So hold, please, for the next available background. Just a sec. Let's go over here. Enjoy the Capital Wasteland one last time, chat. It's going bye-bye. I'll laugh if somebody puts it back on Monday, frankly. There we go. I mean, I have absolutely no complaints about a good Secret of Mana wallpaper. Secret of Mana honestly has some of the best key art ever. This piece is like, I have this piece on my wall right here. It's right here. It's this one. It is this one. I love it. It's one of my all-time favorite pieces of video game art. Like, straight up. It's such a simple piece. It's the party looking at a tree. And yet it encompasses so much. Goodbye, Stove, stop. It encompasses so much of what makes that game wonderful. Enhance! You show this picture on the stream. What the? I think I know why you're requesting this. I think I can guess. Toy competition I'll be attending this month. Going to bring my jank creations and force people to look at them. That's cool. Cheers, arcade. Oh, it's Korean. Ass of Mana. Hopefully we get there someday. Good evening, Mana. Good to see you. Reminds me of Inflict, my favorite TV show on you all in Discord since vaguely Thunderbirds related. Mana is stored in the balls. Perhaps not this mana though. This mana is different, chat. So, let me give you the schedule reminder and then let's talk about what we're doing tonight. Because what we're doing tonight is frankly pretty cool. And I am very excited about it. Tonight we are starting Embers of Mana. Actually, I guess we're gonna talk about that first since it's part of the schedule that we are currently experiencing. Anyway, we're gonna play Embers of Mana. It is a ROM hack. It is a ROM hack of Final Fantasy Adventure, what we know now as the first of the Mana games. It is made by OK Impala, who is the creator of Amita's Curse, that magnificent ROM hack for Zelda 2, which, for my money, is a more fun game than the original Zelda 2, which, pretty big deal, if you ask me. when I heard they made a ROM hack of Final Fantasy Adventure, which is, I mean, it's definitely up there with Link's Awakening as one of my favorite games on the system. Had to give it a try. Had to give it a try. I'm really stoked about this. So stoked about this, in fact, that I'm making tonight a democratic playthrough. Don't vote yet. You haven't seen the game yet. You don't know what you're getting into. None of us know what we're getting into because it is a ROM hack. But over the course of the evening, if you are enjoying this and you are deeply desirous of a full playthrough, I encourage you to vote to continue, and we will continue it on Saturday. I'm assuming we can finish this in 2 nights. If we can't, we'll vote again on Saturday, and we'll just let it ride on Thursdays and Saturdays until you all get tired of it and refinish it. But for now, just focus on tonight. Focus on how much you're enjoying it tonight, and if you want it to carry over into Saturday. Wedged in between these 2 nights is Friday. And this is a very special Friday because it marks the final day of my employment at Amazon Fresh. And I want to mark the occasion somehow. I want to have a little celebration, a little party. I just haven't decided what specifically. So I'm still sussing that out for myself. Show up tomorrow, we'll do something fun and cool. It's gonna be some kind of indie game. I think you can fairly count on that. Delicious. Sunday will be nothing because I don't stream on Sundays, and oh my sweet Jesus, do I need to catch up on sleep. Because all of my shifts for the last month have been 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. and tomorrow, the last day, is no different. I am going to sleep like a dead person over this weekend. Which should mean come Monday, I will be rested and ready to go with more Fallout 3. And I do believe we're gonna crack into the DLC on Monday. I've got a hankering to take on Operation Anchorage, or at least see if I'm in a good place to do so. So yeah, that's the plan, chat. Yay, catching up with sleep. I know, I'm very excited. Very, very excited. UI is different, yes. There's some notable change here. We'll read through the description here because there's some important notes that we're gonna want to take with us into this. But yeah, that's the plan. Specifically, just a stream of Oddish slowly eating a whole pizza. I would kind of be down for that. Kind of be down that. Oh, you're doing Anchorage right now? Nice. Nice. So yeah, let's talk about this, chat, because I want to get to it, and we're gonna run out of music sooner or later. So what's Embers of Mana about? The mana tree has withered. Mana's vanished from the world, and monsters now roam the land. A young girl searching for a missing family. I bet one of them's a tree. Crosses paths with destiny. Will the mana tree blossom once again, or will darkness claim the world forever? Embers of Mana is a brand new mana adventure for the Game Boy. Embark on a grand journey filled with mystical locales, gripping story scenes, foreboding dungeons, and a sweeping soundtrack all in the palm of your hand, or nestled into your emulator of choice, I suppose. ROM hack of Final Fantasy Adventure delivers the classic gameplay of the beloved RPGs from the past. Final Fantasy Adventure is the first entry in the iconic Mana series, originally released as Mystic Quest in Europe and Seiken Densetsu in Japan. Embers of Mana builds on the classic gameplay of the original Mana title to create an entirely new experience. By using the same game engine, Embers of Mana retains the familiar feel of the first game while offering players a fresh and exciting experience. Great. That's great. Because I really like the gameplay of Final Fantasy Adventure. It can get a little chaotic at times. Some of the enemies move a bit quickly, aggressively for how fast you can maneuver. But the sound design in particular makes the combat very, very satisfying. Modern design for classic game introduces new gameplay elements to keep the experience fresh and engaging. Engaging? I mean, it wants to do that too. I mean, I'll give it a try. Like Zelda 2 Amita's Curse, the game emphasizes the joy of exploration. Thank you for that. I do love exploring. Modern design choices ensure that Embers of Mana is enjoyable for both experienced players and newcomers alike. I hadn't noticed this before. This initial launch is for the Game Boy. They're planning a colorized DX version down the line, which is super cool. I thought there were some notes about this, but I guess not. It's fine. We'll figure it out. You're one level higher than me. Probably okay to do it. Okay, good. Cool. Lack of diagonal movement can make some enemies a little brutal in a few areas, but yeah, I love it. Like I said, it's right up there with. I think honestly, Link's Awakening has to be my favorite Game Boy game. It's so good. It is so incredibly solid. I mean, I like it more than Link to the Past. So that's got to stand for something. But all of the Final Fantasy games on Game Boy, I really love. Final Fantasy Adventure is very notable for being like a major quality Zelda-like before Zelda made it to the system. And then we've been through the Saga games, the Final Fantasy Legend games, and they all have their merits. They're weird and unique and fun. Put a little too much ice in this. Keep getting in my way. I need like a straw or something. Favorite original Game Boy games would probably be Link's Awakening, Pokemon games, Final Fantasy Adventure, definitely up there too. I also gotta shout out Mega Man 5, which is in contention for my favorite Mega Man game of all time. In large part because it is so unique. It is one of the few Mega Man games to actually do something truly unique with its robot masters and its plot and its ending. I love that game to death. I really do. So. Anyway, chat, it's time to get rolling. Let's do this. So I'm gonna kick us back out over here for just a second. I'm gonna stop the music. I'm gonna get this loaded up and we are gonna get to it. I am very excited. Metal Gear Ghost Babel is excellent. There we go. Just a moment, please. Where are you? There you are. Boing. Here we go. All right, chat. It's time. We ball. Pull this down a little bit for y'all, because Game Boy, I do love the Game Boy soundscape very much, but on emulator it can be a little bit much. All right, new game me. All right, so we're playing a character named Lene. Mother, can you hear me? Please. 12 years have passed and still nothing. Also, I gotta call this out. They're using the Isis sprite from Final Fantasy Legend 2, who is like the supreme goddess of the Final Fantasy Legend 2 universe. It's a really weird place. And I think it'd be really cool if like a new game actually kind of revisited it and explored it, come to think of it. Anyway. I would really like a Final Fantasy Legend 2. What happened that day? I should return home now. See you tomorrow? Alright. We're here. We're doing it. I'm good. You good, chat? Because I'm good. We're using the Lighten Sword. We have no items. We have no magic. Our equipment is the Lighten Sword, a ribbon, cloth armor, and a hide shield. Imagine you're gonna say fairly terse if you don't want awkward line breaks. I wonder how hard it is to write dialogue with such limited space for text. It's tricky. Yeah. It is definitely tricky. Another tree died. I should tell Gran about it. Oh no! Chimkins! Angie Chimkins! Hey. Let's take the shortest way home through the forest north. Okay. Huzzah! So, in Final Fantasy Adventure, you pretty much just wanted to pump power and stamina. Power was your strength, like your attack power, and stamina was your hit points. So, I think wisdom is magic power, maybe, and will. I can't remember if will is defense or the speed at which your like ability bar at the bottom charges. But honestly, like pumping your regular attack is the way to go. There are not really magic builds in Final Fantasy Adventure. Oh, there's save. Interesting, there's save statues. Oh yeah, select is disabled. We are playing as a girl, I know, it's crazy. Rural village of Nis. I still remember the day Gran brought you here. Your little smile brought joy in troubling times. This place is very pretty. I love the dancing shopkeepers so much. If I find pearls, I will gladly buy them. I have 50 L. Alright, I'm gonna be responsible and save my money. In the Japanese version, stats were named after Final Fantasy jobs: warrior, monk, black mage, and white mage. Interesting. Very interesting indeed. You look tired. Don't forget to sleep if you see a bed. Like anybody's bed? Like these beds? Go to sleep? Sure. It's a nice rendition of that theme. Lulled pieces. I prefer the localization, simplifying the names. It better conveys what it means. I agree. I agree. Naming them after classes is kind of weird. You can talk to people by bumping into them, so I can do this. Aline, you look concerned. Something the matter? Be careful around Glane Falls. It's infested with monsters. Can I really sleep in... I can just sleep in anybody's bed. Lean, you weirdo. Hardly get out of the village these days. There are too many monsters roaming around. Oh, there's nothing over here. It's not as good as Jeep Volcano. Nothing will top Jeep Volcano. Why? Why is it Jeep? Gran, I'm home. Oh, Gran, the trees, they're withering. Monsters are everywhere. I wish my mother was here. You said she would hear me if I prayed at the goddess statue. Be calm, my dear. Panicking won't lead us anywhere, will it? I aim to keep you safe for as long as possible, but now it's time to tell you more about what happened 12 years ago. Actually doing a really good job with long lines. Very effective breaks between the dialogue boxes. Oh, I really like these renditions of the mana themes. The mana tree protected our lands for decades. The tree grew and prospered with the flow of mana caused by the positive thoughts of people. Though something changed in the flow of mana, negative thoughts entered the cycle, causing dark mana to destabilize the mana tree. It suppressed the negative energy for a long time, but eventually the mana tree withered. Huge waves of dark mana contaminated the land. Your mother vanished from that point on. kind of raises more questions than it answers. The dying trees are a sign that the contamination has reached our lands too. I will go and investigate the water source at the Glane Falls. Let me go with you, Gran. Monsters will probably roam the caves underneath the waterfalls. I will teach you this spell just in case. Which one? Okay, good. They start you with the healing spell. As they should. Let's go, Gran. We must stop this contamination. I see your adventurous spirit has returned. Glane Falls are in the west. Cool. So if you don't remember your Final Fantasy adventure, at many points during the story you get a companion. They're computer controlled. They usually just wave their weapon around willy-nilly. You also get the option on the status screen to ask them. You can talk to them at any point. Ask for my help when you see a special mark on the ground. Most of your companions do something special, and asking them, like, you almost never have to ask them to accomplish anything. They'll just remind you of how their special works. Also, apparently, Gran is an accomplished mage, just hucking fireballs all over the place. Action shot. I think we're gonna do power and stamina evenly. I'll admit, while Sword of Mana definitely has issues, I like its character building since you're pumping up stats akin to Final Fantasy Adventure. You unlock our alternate jobs when your stats start prereqs. Okay. That does sound pretty cool. Alright, Granny. Oh, this looks cool. I like this. Glane Falls. See that mark? Praying there will open the entrance. Just ask for my help when you're ready. Okay, so that's a change. That is definitely a change from Final Fantasy Adventure. You actually have to use the ask command to make them do things. Would you like me to pray here? Yes. Klinka Imra Miriam Tinqua. Me, or does Granny do a slightly better job following her character than any of Adventure's companions? It's hard to say yet. She's the first one we've come across. There's only been a few screens in, and they've been extremely narrow. So she hasn't really had much chance to, like, wander off. I think we'll get a better idea, like, in an actual dungeon. Okay, alright, so there's also going to be items just hidden around that we're going to have to search for. I really like that the soundtrack is basically lifted from Secret of Mana. It's kind of cool that we get their, like, the Game Boy rendition of all these tracks. That was interesting. Save points everywhere. I wonder if they're going to be this plentiful through the entire game. You can't beat up treasure boxes anymore. I wonder if they're still going to be useful for puzzles. Okay. They also appear to be randomizing enemies on each screen. Like, it's not even the same grouping, which is interesting. I'm also so used to seeing some of these enemies being immune to most of my weapons, because in Final Fantasy Adventure they show up much later. Enemies in Final Fantasy Adventure love being immune to certain weapon types. That's one of the biggest things I'm curious about, is if weapon immunity is going to be a thing in this, because it's huge in Final Fantasy Adventure. So you really do need to search everywhere in this one. Schwack. Granny's pretty effective. It also seems like your skill bar is different. Like, it's already charging faster than it does in the base game. But it also doesn't seem to do like any kind of super move when it's fully charged, so I guess it has a different purpose. Doesn't open. This door is locked, but it doesn't have a keyhole. Maybe something else will open it. Aha. Lots of switches. I think one of the notes on this game's design is that enemies don't drop money, but you find it by finding stuff like pearls and selling them. So I think the economy in this one is actually more exploration based because of that. Do you wish it didn't emulate the shrillness of the higher pitched Game Boy audio? Yeah, I think that just comes with the territory. It kinda wouldn't sound like the Game Boy if it didn't. Number next to the arrow is EXP till next level. Oh, okay, I'll keep an eye on that. Oh yeah, it goes down as you beat enemies. This would appear to be an important treasure chest. I got a spear. Oh shit. That's one of the ancient weapons. It might give you special powers if your will is strong enough. Oh, nice. I really like spears in Final Fantasy Adventure. Enemies can kind of get gummed up in them and take like extra damage from repeat hits. Did I go down here? I like when action RPGs constantly show the EXP till next level number. It makes you feel like you're always really tangibly making progress. It is nice, isn't it? Nice to not have to guess how close you're getting to your next level. You know, and you know to like hang around and poke a few monsters if you're getting close. What's up, Zem? Good to see you tonight. Hope you're doing well. Okay, so was that place on this floor or the floor below? Can't remember now. Floor below. Ease is the first series to do that for you that you saw. Also noticing that enemies don't drop anything. Like, they don't drop treasure chests either. Ultimate shows totally XP constantly. Does look exactly like Final Fantasy Adventure, doesn't it? Ha, a key. Keys, I believe, work differently in this. They are meant to be used in the dungeons where they're found, and they're single use, not quadruple use. Yeah, no grinding baddies for loot, exactly. Wait, where's the door down here? Okay, so that was a special attack. I did actually throw that spear. Feels weird if we can't break pots. You need a Matic to break the pots in the base game. I know, coming off of Zelda, it's like anathema, but... Alright, let's ask Granny again. I would like you to pray here. All right, Graham. Let's explore further. Cool. Ooh, a bandana. Nice. Final Fantasy Adventure let you save anywhere at any time, like even during like boss battles and stuff. So putting save points like every couple of rooms feels kind of like a sort of compromise with that. You can still save extremely freely, just not in the middle of fights and stuff. I think I wonder if drops are so much more limited if the item economy is going to be harsher. That is a good question. Oh, okay. We actually need our special for this. Granny just like knows gods. Well, we don't know what's going on with Granny. But I mean, if we're part of like the Mana bloodline, then yeah, she would know all this stuff. Go. Give me the power. Cool, now we get to Death Mountain. It always sucks when you hit a monster in one of these games and knock them like the opposite direction, like into yourself. Oh. Dark mana. The source is contaminated. So the day has come. Gran? Gran! You're crying. All the trees. Lean, we must hurry back to the village. There's not much time. Yeah, let's hurry. Oh, okay. So, what do we accomplish here? Uh-oh. What was that? This is not good. Let's hurry. The mountain gonna erupt? Remember you telling us about this game earlier in the week? I can't remember any of what you said. It's a ROM hack of Final Fantasy Adventure on Game Boy. It's made by the same ROM hack creator as Amita's Curse, which is an amazing ROM hack for Zelda 2 on the NES. This is a democratic playthrough, so people are really liking what they're seeing and want to go for a full playthrough of this. You can certainly vote that way. Otherwise, if you vote it out, we'll start the next issue of Nintendo Power on Saturday. Also, Gideon and Chaos, it is good to see you. Song sounds familiar. That's because the soundtrack in this game is borrowed from Secret of Mana. I think what they did is they just made Game Boy renditions of lots of different songs from Secret of Mana. So this is like the cave theme. Like when you're going through the Dwarven caves, this is the theme they use there. Again? Hurry! Oh, it's boss time. Oh, watch out! Lean, this beast looks powerful. Keep your distance. Oh, wow. Okay, they give him a new attack. This is actually like the first boss that you fight in Final Fantasy Adventure, but it's almost like a cutscene boss. They definitely gave him a more complicated pattern. Ow. Is this E's music, really? Oh, we got him. That's pretty funny. Would kind of make sense if OK Impala's a E's fan, wouldn't it? Oh no, we can't get out. Come, Lean, let's try this way. And I suddenly wonder if this is why the EXP is shown in the UI constantly. I mean, that's kind of what I was thinking when you mentioned it was E's music. Might have taken more than one kind of inspiration from it. Wait, Lean, something's wrong. Who the hell is that? Lean, you should come to me. Come back to your mother. No, wait, don't listen to her. Mother? Lean, look at me. Stay near me. Klinka Imra. No, get out of my way. Don't try to stop me. Uh-oh. Gran, no! Oh, fuck. You've got to escape, Lean. Go to Ujan. It's our last chance. Ujan, who is that? What do you mean, Gran? Gran! Now come, my Lean. Your mother is waiting for you. You. How could you? You can't be my mother. The end has come for us all. Her suffering is ended. Now let me end your suffering. Don't come here, Lean. Don't leave me again. Oh, yeah, because she was like, I'm gonna jump. Oh, that's not even that high. That's like 15 feet. Moogles! Koopo. It's Mogi. Koopo, wake up! Don't just lie there. Final Fantasy Adventures, dude survived leaping like 7 screens. She'll pull through, yeah. Dude falls off of everything in that game. Anything that's taller than like a dresser, he fucking falls off of. Wake up, wake up, wake up! That was fun. I was reading something, wonder why hell Ottis was saying my name. Removals in the original version of the Mana series. Yes. I believe you could be... I believe they were a status effect. I believe you could be Moogled. Pronounced Mylene. Where am I? Was someone just talking to me? What happened? Oh. Bran. He said I must find Ujan. First, I need to figure out where I am. Fire essence hidden in Salamander Temple. Only Watts can break walls. Maybe find in cave to east? These old Moogles really look like winged cats. I appreciate that. They also need to get the absolute fuck out of my way. Bro, I'm gonna... Koopo is so cold. Koopo. Candy, cacao, acorn will, bandana. Ooh, snow armor. Cool. Ah, yes. Okay, you sell pearl stuff. For a lot of money. We'll go ahead and get that snow armor then. Series being renamed to Final Fantasy entry is pretty well deserved. Yeah, it wasn't. I mean, it really wasn't too far off the mark. Door to Salamander Temple froze shut. Okay, so there's a pickaxe to the east, and I believe I want it. We want the Watts. You in Hui, town of Moogles. Legend was the only one renamed in Japan. Final Fantasy Adventure's full name was Seiken Densetsu Final Fantasy Gaiden. Oh, interesting. Okay. Ah, you finally awake, you sleepy rabbit. Hmm? Can't talk, still sleepy? You should wake up. Leave me alone, I just need to find Ujan. Ujan? That's not important now. It's freezing here. It used to be warm, but then dark mana came. Come with me, you help me find Watts. Watts? Kupo, very important. Tell you about Ujan when finding Watts. Go now, Kupo. Well, do I have any choice? Of course you fucking don't. Go now to cave in the east. Looks like we got Mogi as a companion now. Series on weird case is development spun off from Chrono Trigger, which is really bizarre, honestly. Interesting to already be in a snowfield environment. Mogi got a sword. Ain't afraid to use it, neither. Maru does mean round in Japanese. Man, he's pretty strong too. So this is the cave I was looking for? Yep, Watts Cave. Cave of the Pickaxe. Proper nounted pickaxe. Kupo, go. Actually, I just remembered, some companions would actually do things if you asked them. Nothing plot related, but like the lady companion would heal you. The robot would restore your mana. I think one of them would fix status effects. Ah, shit. That's a switch or a teleport or something. Okay, so far I have not run into a single enemy that was immune to anything, conditional or otherwise. Okay, we're back here. Okay, gotta go the other way there. Alright. Aha. Ha. Cool. The dungeons feel more puzzly in this game too. Usually in Final Fantasy Adventure, if a room had a puzzle, it was limited to that room. I don't really remember them having like dungeon-wide puzzles or anything of the sort. Kupo, you help me. So everyone play at the same time, Kupo. Right. So I had to ask to make that work. Cool, the puzzle elements can affect different screens. Yeah. Question since I stepped away to do laundry. Why did your mom kill Grandpa? Presently, we don't know. My inexpert guess is that Mom was corrupted by dark mana. And she's like an avatar of it now. Kubo used Watts to break walls and rocks. Now go. We find Salamander Temple. No, you said you tell me about Ujan. Kupo, I lied. That can wait. Need to find fire essence to save village from cold. Fire essence? You didn't tell me we need to go on yet another quest. Kupo, no waiting. Go find Salamander's Temple. Entrance blocked. Use Watts. Can't be far. Bye. You little dick. God, I hope we just pulled dwarf from our inventory. Oh, it's oh, it's an item, but it's indefinite this time, which is nice. It always annoyed me that the Maddox in Final Fantasy Adventure were limited use. Oh no, he's stuck with us. Okay, that's good at least. Can't smash the pots anymore. Moogle looking a little bearish. Frosty. Same defense, but I'm guessing more resistant to certain enemy types or elements or some such. Hooray! I am like the dumbest slab of meat to ever go questing to save the world. Can't chop those trees. There's not an axe. I wonder if this is on the right track. Oh, that's where he fell. Snowmen are really quite sturdy. Aha, I'm a genius. Found it. You have a fire essence inside. Needs to be warm now. Salamander Temple frozen. Salamander lives here and knows powerful magic. Seek him out. I do think it's a little, like, this works fine for somebody who's already played Final Fantasy Adventure and kind of knows what to expect in terms of map layout and hidden entrances. For somebody new to these games, I don't know that that's the best way to handle this. Oh, no, I didn't want to leave. Well, I think it's the first item an enemy has dropped the entire game. It's true, somebody in town might have had a hint. That's a good point. There we go, clean cut. That's a much bigger statue. Statues need to be frozen solid. Alright, so I think we're gonna need that salamander gem, fire crystal, whatever's going on there. Levels feel like they come pretty fast. I can't remember how fast they came in the original. Oh, there we go. Just need to go across up here. I wonder if there's other secret walls here. Oh, okay. I thought there'd be a way in from this side, but apparently not. The Spear Super is actually really powerful. Made me a little surprised they let you take it right from the start. A lot of skeletons didn't make it. Poor guys. Ha! Alright, I got a key for that door now. Wherever the hell that door was. I'm not convinced I can actually remember. How'd I get here? Wait. We're not done here yet. I need, here we go. Key door. Oh, that did open. Good and cool. I wonder if there's like a shortcut. Strange feels like a trigger, but nothing happens. I think we gotta ask again. What do you suppose the wiring in a cave like this is like? Cause they gotta get all these pressure plates wired up to the bridges and breakaway walls and stuff. I know we just opened the way on that other screen, but I wanna go explore this way first. Oh, secret wall. It's always the last one you check. Cool, an elixir to never use. Where'd my treasure go? Oh, another key. Okay. Where'd my treasure go? Perfect. Guessing it might be a boss encounter. Or not. Or so. What? Oh, that's Salamander. Oh, hi! We mana spirits possess the power of magic. Use this heat magic to melt stuff away. Yay! Get hot. Alright, let's burn. Did you stream the Resident Evil 2 remake? I remember discussion about what goes through a person's mind when they set up their homes that have intricate door unlocking mechanisms. You do remember correctly, and I did, yes. I did. And it was fun. It was a really cool game. Oh, no, wait, I'm still not done down there. Ah! The frozen statues that I need to go check out now. Okay, chat, I'm gonna level with you. I'm gonna be honest. You may have noticed it already, but I am already very, very tired tonight. I am thoroughly enjoying this, but I think my work schedule is just utterly taking it out of me. So I'm gonna say if y'all have an accurate impression of this game, you should go ahead and get your vote in, because I don't think I'm gonna be able to keep going for too much longer. As much as I like this, as much as I would like to spend the rest of the evening just Working my way through this. I am falling apart over here. Icicle helm. I wonder if there's gonna be an ice-themed boss here. I guess it'd be kind of silly if there weren't. There's an unusual lock. Sometimes I get the thought about what if I lived in that alternate world where people collectively decided pressure plates, card suit-based keys and doors and medallions are totally normal way to provide security. I would scream. What if I ask? Find a fire. I mean, we're working on it, Chief. Oh, you know what? There's two of those statues. I probably need to go find the other one. I think that's what's going on here. I can remember where the other one was. Here? No, that's just right over there. Yay! Where was the second statue? Where was the second statue? In Resident Evil, I'm pleased to see how the internet is united on the topic of Leon Kenney's hotness being a selling point. I've been around through here. It's not. Am I losing my mind, chat? I guess it was past the locked door? Oh, it was, wasn't it? That's what I was doing wrong. It was up here. I just kind of convinced myself it wasn't. Okay, not that far. Can't help with map making tonight, I'm dreadful. Yeah, don't worry about it. Orienteering isn't the hardest thing in these games for me. I can usually follow where I've been, where I'm going. I can remember the room I need and the general direction of it. Cute puzzle. I think that's what we're looking for. Nope. Certainly not the worst thing in the world, but the dungeons are a little backtracky in this. At least judging off of these first two. Progress, but it's disappointing. Progress, but you're still hungry. Oh my god. Alright, here we go. Yes, use the ice key. Alright, what do we got? Cooper, prepare, it coming! Carb! Oh no! Oh no, I've been darked. Wait, this is a weird one. Oh, cause it's I missed the ice blocks here in the middle. Wow, he wasn't shit. I guess he's balanced to be pretty easily taken down no matter what your stat build is. Alright, fire essence, get. Koopa, we did it! What's happening? Oh Jesus, she's gonna fall off something else. Kubo, give fire essence now. Okay. Can't hold on, hands are slipping. Mogi, help. Kubo, sorry, need hands for fire essence. Saving village more important. Wow. No, you can't leave me. Oh my god. Betrayed by a Moogle. Brutal. Oh, girl. Ouch. Imagine village life when we come back with a new fire magic. Mogi, how could you? On my own again. Seems like I'm still in one piece. I should keep going, but where am I? Oh my god, they borrowed music from everywhere. Do y'all realize where this is from? Sorry, I'm going back in there. We need to talk about this first. Do you know where this music is from? Not yet, no. Mario is missing. Afraid not. Shadowgate. This is from NES Shadowgate. Yeah, dude. They tend to use this for the more like mystical rooms, like stuff where like magic-y stuff is happening. Why are they sequences themselves? I imagine they had to. There's no official Game Boy port of Shadowgate. I wonder. Oh God, what's this? Huh? Sure. I know that this overworld theme is from the original version of the game I've been enjoying. It's not from Final Fantasy Adventure. I don't recognize this one. I imagine if it was another pull from Ys, somebody would have mentioned it. Okay, sorry, this is where we just came out of. Okay, very good jams. Very impressive jams. I think there was treasure here. Okay, that's definitely gonna open up. Whether it wants to or not. This looks like a village. Swamp village of Varia. Dark Mana came, humans fled to Flora in the south. Before you ask, I don't recognize this song either. Gator people! Gator people are cool. Like, Undine can soothe disease. So it seems like we're gonna be collecting up all the little elemental spirits. Humans left precious goods. Frosty, ooh, Griffin armor. Oh, nobody asked. I'm on my own. Pretty good. Sometimes a little Koopa murder is justified, just as a treat. You gotta treat yourself when a fuzzy little bastard like that stabs you in the back. Chocobo can find things in ground. Chocobos. Here is Lizard's Town now. Good for you. I'm sure you're running it to the best of your abilities. Okay, chat. I gotta stop. I'm sorry. I really wish I could go the rest of the night. I really want to see where this game is going. I really want to keep going, but I'm too tired. This schedule has been beating me up real bad. But it'll be over after tomorrow. So, if you haven't voted yet, go ahead and vote. I'd like to see where everybody's at in terms of whether you're good tonight on this and ready to go back to the magazine, or if you want to continue this on Saturday. Soon, very soon, very, very soon. I'm so excited to get my sleep back. One more day of this. I get up in, let's see, I'll get up in like six and a half hours, go to work, final 8 hours, come back, and then I can just kind of chill for the rest of the day. And then this weekend, oh boy, this weekend, I'm gonna do some primo relaxing this weekend. I tell you what, let me go ahead and get out of this. We'll go back over here for now. Up over here. Cause yeah, I know what y'all mean about the Game Boy soundscape. It is a bit harsh, certainly. It is a bit much. All right, I tell you what, chat. I tell you what. Let's see here. All right, last chance to vote. Absolute last chance to vote. Make your input known, if you will. If you want Embers of Mana to continue on Saturday, as the bot is so helpfully reminding everybody. Last chance, absolute last chance. Very final opportunity to get your vote in. And if everybody's good, I'll go ahead and call it here. If folks have done as they feel the need to. So yeah. All right, closing the vote, chat. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I am closing the vote. Okay. So I tell you what. Here's the deal. Here is the deal. Votes for Wrath of the Righteous to return. I know. The vote is 3-2 in favor of continuing, but I also need to look at this in terms of just response in general. And I think the fact that only 5 people voted kind of indicates a general disinterest in this. So you'll have to forgive me for overriding the strict rules of democracy here, but I think we'll move on from this. Just judging by the number of votes overall and the rigged. Judging by the number of votes and like the overall pace of chat tonight, I think it's better if we move on. So, also if it's not really your bag, you should have voted. You really should have voted. So yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I hold nothing against anybody. I'll definitely play it on my own and see where this one goes. Because it is extremely well done. It really does feel like a follow-up or spin-off to the original Final Fantasy adventure. Yeah, I also think it's neat. I was looking around on this website before I started tonight, and they have lists of essential ROM hacks, which I thought was really cool. I might try some of these out at some point. They cultivated these from a Reddit thread when all that chaos with romhacking.net was going on. So this might be a pretty handy resource for like quality NES and SNES ROM hacks here. This is a crazy ass screenshot from from Simon's Quest. Link that in Discord? Yeah, for sure. But yeah, there's a whole big list of them, including some variations on NES Final Fantasy 2 and 3. There's a Bugs Bunny ROM hack. Of course there's a Bugs Bunny ROM hack. Where was that? Yeah, Bugs Bunny Crazy Castle. Bugs Bunny Crazier Castle. More like it. So yeah. Do they have... Yes, they have Mega Man 4 minus... Rockman 4 minus Infinity. Which was crazy. A Deadpool ROM hack for Ninja Gaiden. That's pretty cool. So yeah, this is super neat. This is super neat. And also, of course, there's a list of essential SNES ROM hacks too. Leading off with 7th Saga. But yeah, a whole bunch of cool stuff. Okay, so anyway, schedule-wise, tomorrow night we will do something to mark the end of my current bout of employment. Saturday we'll start the next issue of Nintendo Power, March 1996. Sunday will be nothing. I am going to sleep the sleep of the just on Sunday. And then Monday, we'll be back with more Fallout 3, hopefully starting up the DLC and starting to get a feel for that. So that's the plan for the coming days, chat. And oh boy, I can't tell you how happy I am to be slipping off to bed. I'm sure you understand. I'm sure you don't hold against me, but regardless, I do want to apologize for cutting so many streams short lately, just because work has been so exhausting, especially as it winds down. It's taken a lot out of me physically and mentally. So I'm sure you understand. So all right, tonight I'm gonna send you over to Blue Zest. This is the 1.0 release day for Timberborn, and they are playing it. So let's go hang out with them, or y'all can go hang out with them while I go the fuck to sleep, and you can see how it is. So yeah, anyway, gang, thank you so much for coming out tonight. Thank you for giving Embers of Mana a try with me. It's a shame it wasn't a big hit with everybody, because I think it's super cool. But, you know, different strokes, different folks. Maybe a game more for my own predilections. So I'll let you all know how it shakes out, because I'm very excited to see more of it. And hopefully I will see you all out tomorrow night for however it is I decide to celebrate my hopefully temporary liberation from employment. So thanks again for coming out. Hopefully I'll see you tomorrow, but until then, as always, y'all take care. Bye, everybody.